What would it actually take to raise a Minecraft creeper in real life? No mods, no spawn eggs, just unstable energy, rapid growth, and real consequences. Today, we're attempting the impossible. From a glowing microscopic spore to a fully grown, charged creeper, it all started deep inside an abandoned cave. Radiation levels were dangerously high. That alone should have been a warning. A faint green glow pulsed through the darkness, throwing shifting shadows across the cave walls. It wasn't an egg, it was alive, a living spore. I shouldn't have touched it, even with protective gloves. The moment I did, it reacted faster than I was prepared for. It resisted being moved, almost as if it wanted to stay in the cave. I sealed it inside a heavy lead container and locked it tight. Once the lock snapped shut, there was no turning back. I transported it to my lab. The lab wasn't built for something like this, not even close. The glow intensified, the pulsing quickened. I decided to test a theory, pushing the limits of what I thought I understood. Gunpowder became its first feeding experiment, and it absorbed it instantly. It consumed every grain like a sponge soaking up water. The temperature climbed rapidly. Days passed while I monitored every change. Then the outer shell began to crack. Something inside was ready. And when it finally opened, he was standing there, as if he had always known I would be there. At first, he didn't look threatening. Small, slightly awkward, almost cute in a strange way. His body looked like living moss, soft to the touch but oddly resilient. Then he hissed, breaking the silence. I named him Baby Creeper. He began exploring cautiously, studying everything around him, and nearly set the room on fire. That's when it hit me. He wasn't a pet. He was a walking explosive. The napkin caught fire. Panic set in. I needed containment. Fast. I started designing a reinforced enclosure. Only the strongest materials would work. Thick, layered glass panels, built like a vault. The floor was solid, obsidian, dark, dense, nearly indestructible. Inside, I placed controlled amounts of TNT to keep him comfortable, some plants for camouflage. I carefully relocated him into the enclosure, making sure everything was secure. Now he was contained, or so I believed. He blended perfectly into the artificial grass. Feeding time required distance. He swallowed the material without hesitation. His body began radiating energy. I attempted another experiment. That was a mistake. The room went dark in an instant. I needed stronger shielding. He was evolving faster than projected. Electricity began crackling around him. Growth accelerated. Old layers of moss peeled away, revealing brighter growth underneath. At night, he glowed like a nuclear core. Sleep became impossible. One evening, the neighbor's cat wandered inside. The creeper froze. The cat stepped closer, unaware. Fear triggered a surge. His pulse intensified. His body began to expand. The reinforced glass shattered outward. In that explosion of force, he evolved again, nearly 2 meters tall now, towering over everything. I stood frozen. He remained there, breathing heavily. I moved slowly, carefully, trying to calm him. And gradually, the tension eased, but the room was destroyed. I knew he couldn't stay here forever. Then one day, he pressed a hidden button. A portal tore open in the wall. Without hesitation, he stepped through. The world beyond was unfamiliar, darker, harsher, and he wasn't alone. Shapes moved in the distance. He struck first. Threats surrounded him. He adapted quickly in battle. Enemies closed in from every direction. The final wave approached, but he stood firm, steady after the chaos. It was time to return, but he wasn't the same anymore. Back home, I began constructing a bunker. Concrete, stone, steel, layer upon layer. No weak spots, no room for error. His new containment fortress prioritized safety over comfort. We began training detonation control. He needed discipline, precision. That's when he noticed the truck outside. He stood still, listening to the engine through the steel walls. The vehicle rolled forward through traffic. Something was inside. The cargo doors opened. Shadows shifted. A massive golem stepped into the light. It was powerful. The air felt charged. Energy radiated from its core. Lightning struck it directly, and he absorbed the surge. I pulled him from the smoking crater afterward. We drove home in silence. Later, he practiced controlled explosions on popcorn, and strangely, he seemed to enjoy it. He learned to detonate popcorn perfectly, and for the first time, it felt controlled.